Who would have ever thought that a young girl could make such a powerful impact on our world? Who would have ever thought her words would move millions of people to cry? Who would have ever thought her short life would live on in all of us? Who would have ever thought? Anne Frank, The Legacy, The Promise, in Cleveland, April and May.
She's just like any other 13-year-old girl. Self-conscious but confident. She doesn't always agree with her parents. She loves to go to the movies and parties. Confused about boys. Confused but interested. Sometimes quiet, sometimes loud, even rambunctious, especially when she's on the phone with her girlfriends. She's playful, thoughtful, opinionated, and is not afraid to show any of it. She loves music and she likes to read and write. She keeps a diary, records her thoughts and feelings into it every day. She's just like any other 13-year-old girl. Well, almost. Her untimely death was a tragic loss, but she left behind a special legacy, her diary. Since it was first published in 1947, some 20 million people have read her story, her words. It's been translated into 55 different languages and made into a play that's been performed in professional theaters as well as school stages from coast to coast. Her name is Anne Frank.
Anne Frank, The Legacy, The Promise, is sponsored by the Grease Family Foundation, with additional support from contributors to the Anne Frank, The Legacy, The Promise project.
Born in a typical German town more than 65 years ago, it could not have been a more difficult time for European Jews. His name was Hitler, and he poisoned the minds of even the very young. His plan to improve the lives of all Germans revolved around one sick, horrifying idea: to create a perfect Aryan race. How? The extermination of all Jews. The Frank family was Jewish. Because they feared for their lives, they fled Germany for Amsterdam, Holland. But soon, they were not safe there either. Finally, they were forced into hiding. And 2 years later, they were taken away like so many others. Anne's short life has become a symbol of strength and hope for a better world. A world where we can respect differences. A world where all races can learn to live together in peace. Hello, I'm Rebecca Feldman, and I've had the honor of playing Anne Frank as an actress. The point of this program is not so much to study the life and times of Anne Frank, but to somehow reach out and feel her. Her determination to be herself, to live life, to love life, despite the horrors. It's an inspiration that guides us even today. She teaches us to become strong and true to our family, our friends, our community, and most importantly, to ourselves. We learn from reading Anne's diary that she experienced many of the same emotions that young teenagers do today. She felt confused about her mom, her sister, herself, and of course, boys. Peter became a close friend. They grew from children to young adults while hiding from Hitler's henchmen. During that time, Anne and Peter found love out of ruin, which helped them to keep their dreams alive. You can see how important it was for both Anne and Peter to have each other in this scene from the Cleveland Playhouse production of The Diary of Anne Frank. Peter, did you ever kiss a girl?
Yes, once.
Oh, that picture's crooked. Was she pretty?
Huh?
The girl you kissed.
I don't know. I was blindfolded. It was one of those stupid kissing games at a party.
Oh. I don't suppose that counts, does it?
It didn't with me.
Well, I've been kissed twice. Once a man I never knew before kissed me on the cheek when he picked me up off the ice and I was crying. And the other was Mr. Kupis, a friend of Father's, who kissed my hand. You wouldn't say those counted, would you?
I wouldn't say so.
I know that Margaret would never kiss anyone except if she was engaged to them. And I'm sure, too, that Mother never touched a man before Pim. But I don't know. Things are so different now. What do you think? I mean, do you think a girl shouldn't kiss anyone except if she's engaged to them? I mean, it's so hard to try to think what to do when here we are with the whole world falling around our ears. And you think, well, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. What do you think?
I suppose it'd depend on the girl. Because some girls, no matter what they do, it's wrong, but with other girls, it wouldn't necessarily be wrong with them. See, I've always felt that when two people...
9 o'clock, I have to go.
That's right.
Good night.
You won't let them stop you from coming, will you?
No. Sometime I might bring my diary. There's so many things I want to talk over with you. Well, there's a lot about you.
What kind of things?
Well, I wouldn't want you to see some of it. I thought you were nothing just the way you thought about me.
Well, did you change your mind about me the way I changed mine about you?
Well, you'll see. Thanks to Anne's diary, we can see ourselves in Anne. And thanks to her, we can begin to understand that Anne was one special life of the millions that were lost during this time. As the Holocaust recedes into the past, we must never forget it. How could we? These people are reacting to a performance, a touching performance that brought them closer to the heart and spirit of Anne Frank, involving a woman, and of all things, a television set.
Anna!
Sarah, I can't believe you're here.
Anna, what are you doing here? I thought you'd escaped to Switzerland. What happened?
We never went anywhere. We hid at my father's office. Where is your family?
I don't know. We had to go into hiding separately. I haven't seen or heard from them in 2 years.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
I was assigned to work with Anna. We spent 10 hours a day breaking apart old batteries. The acid burned my hands, and the dust and fumes made me cough. But at least Anna and I could talk while we worked.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the others laugh at us in these awful overalls?
When the war is over, we'll have lots of new clothes.
Of course, Peter thinks I look fine.
Peter was Anna's boyfriend. They'd been in hiding together. Every night they went for long walks. I have to admit I was jealous. I wished I had a boyfriend like that too. Each week people were selected to leave Westerbork. They were sent to camps in Eastern Europe. Places we heard were death camps. Then one Sunday our names were on the list.
Sarah, stay with us. Father says we must all stick together.
Yes, of course, Anna. I'll always stay close to you and your family.
They say the Allies are in Paris already. Maybe they'll bomb the train tracks and save us.
We're taken to a long train. Cattle cars? Like cattle were shoved in. There's 60, 70, 80 people. Stay close to Anna. Don't get separated. There's no room to move. No room to breathe. One tiny window with bars. The door slammed shut. Bolted from the outside. It's dark. I can't find Anna anymore. We're moving. When the train moves, there's some air. But when it stops, oh, it's unbearable. The smells, the heat. Days pass. Oh, Peter calls out the towns he sees through the window. Night turns into day, and we have no idea how much longer it will be. People are dying. Dead bodies, their faces smudged with footprints. When will it stop? Light. The car stops and doors open, a blinding light. Where are we? Men in striped suits, shove us out of the cars.
If you are healthy, walk. If you want to stay alive, walk.
Yes.
Stay right. Go right. Left means death.
Walk. March. Faster. Don't lose Anna. Go right. Go left. Oh, don't go left. Left means death. Oh, we go right. We stay together. They separate us from the men. Peter and Mr. Frank are gone. Anna, where are they taking the men? Peter! Anna, stay in line. I see a black flame rising in the distance. The oily stink of death.
Ausziehen!
Undress.
Schnell!
No, please, I
Runter
can't.
damit!
The Nazis stand and stare as I drop my clothes in a pile. A woman grabs at my arm, stabs in numbers with a needle. Tattooed. An indelible mark. Hands up my mouth, searching. Gold, silver, fillings. No, I have none. Not my hair. Anna's hair, too. Anna's beautiful hair is on the floor with mine. In the showers, too many bodies shoved into one cold faucet. They throw clothes at us. A torn pajama top, mismatched shoes. Nothing fits. You take what you get. At night, we sleep in barracks, 8 to a bunk, like spoons. We're hungry and thirsty, but they give us nothing. In the morning, roll call. We stand at roll call for hours. Sometimes someone falls over, dies. Then the count must begin again. After roll call, work. Arbeit macht frei. Work makes you free. The Auschwitz motto, a cruel joke. But we're lucky. We get sorting detail. There are piles like mountains of eyeglasses and shoes. Children's toys. All of these once belonged to somebody. Where are those people now? Don't ask. We sort and count, and still there are more. And one day, a group of men passes us on the other side of the fence.
Anna. Sarah, is that you?
Mr. Frank, I can't believe it. How are you?
Thank God you're alive. Where are Mother and Margot?
Anna, please, don't cry. Not here.
It's all right, Anna. I'll try to come back tomorrow. Can you be here too?
Quickly, Anna, before someone sees us.
I will. I'll bring Margot and Mother too.
Quickly! But Mr. Frank doesn't come back the next day. Or the day after.
Where has he gone? What's happened to him?
He must be working somewhere else. At least now you know he's alive.
But I don't, not anymore. What if they saw him talking to us?
It was true. He could be dead. From one day to the next, any of us could be dead. We just couldn't think about it. We had to help each other. Anything to survive another day. Anything to make it until tomorrow. Anna developed a terrible rash. Scabies. Scabies were everywhere in Auschwitz.
Sarah, I can't stand this itching.
I know, Anna. Try not to think about it. No, scratching will only make it worse.
What if they call a selection? I'll never make it looking like
Don't even say that. Why don't you tell me a story? Look, I have some charcoal. I'll draw the pictures right here. Tell me about Holland. You remember that one story about the windmills?
Girls, quickly. We must go outside.
Another selection for transport is being made.
Anna, Frank, Margot.
Anna, Margot, and I are selected. But Mrs. Frank has passed over.
Mother, please. We can't go without you.
No, Anna, there's no time. We're leaving right away. We have to say goodbye.
Girls, take care of each other.
Another crowded cattle car. This time freezing cold. Anna and Margot can't stop crying. They miss their mother. Hold on, Anna. The Allies must be getting closer. They'll free us. We arrive at a station on a march to a camp called Bergen-Belsen. Miles in the rain, through towns. Does anyone see us? Does anyone care? Birds are singing in the trees. If only we could fly away too. Bergen-Belsen was not planned for so many people. The Nazis set up tents. During the night there's a terrible storm and the tents collapse on us. It's like a shipwreck. There are people and piles of wreckage in the cold sea of mud. I can't find Anna. Taken to a barracks on the other side of the camp. We're separated by 2 barbed wire fences stuffed with straw. It's forbidden to make contact with the other side. But still, many people go there after dark. And you call out the names of friends, family. I see another friend of Anne's from Amsterdam. We're looking for the Frank sisters. Does anyone know Anna or
Sarah?
Margot?
Is that really you?
Anna, so good to hear your voice. How are you? How's Margot?
Margot is sick. There's nothing to eat. We're cold. I don't know what to do.
Anna, can you come here tomorrow night? I'll get food and clothes.
Yes, Sarah. I'll be here.
Anna's friend had found some Red Cross supplies. She organized a package, went back to the fence, and threw it out over.
The woman next to me got it, and now she's run away.
Somehow she organized another package and went back. And this time, Anna caught it.
Sarah?
Yes.
I don't have any tears left. I haven't had tears in such a long time.
I know, Anna. I'm sorry. But why don't you tell me another story? I still have my charcoal.
Sarah?
I'll draw you... Yes?
I don't know how to thank you.
But Anna didn't come back after that. I was worried. Typhus was everywhere I looked. I met a Jewish nurse, someone who helped the prisoners, and she knew Anna and Margot.
The Frank sisters? Yes, I've seen them.
How are they?
They have typhus. They're both very weak.
Please, could you give Anna this charcoal? Something to write with? I know writing would help her.
I'll see what I can do.
One day in March, Margot had grown so weak that she fell off their top bunk. The floor was cement. Margot died. The next day, the nurse comes back.
Sarah, I'm here about Anna.
Yes. How is she doing now?
She threw away all her clothes.
Why?
She said she couldn't stand the lice and fleas anymore. I brought her a blanket.
But you said she was working on a story. Is she still writing? Did you find out what her story is about? Well?
I couldn't, Sarah.
Why?
I'm sorry. Anna's gone.
Sarah, remember me. When you think of me, I'll never be gone. Our friendship will always be alive.
Anne's life, her legacy, will live on forever. Hannah Pick Gosler was a dear, close, personal friend of Anne's. They met while attending elementary school together in Amsterdam. Hannah is also Jewish. Anne lost touch with Hannah when they went into hiding in 1942. They did not see each other again until 1945 when they met briefly while in Bergen-Belsen concentration camp. A fence separated their brief, tearful reunion. Hannah survived the Holocaust. She has spent the last several years traveling all over the world sharing the story about her life and friendship with Anne. And during her travels, she spent an afternoon speaking with students from a middle school in Beechwood, Ohio.
What type of person was Anne?
I think in America you would say she was a spicy girl. My mother would describe Anne, and she would say, and it's real, I think, very right, she would say, God knows everything, Anne knows everything better. And she always wanted to be in the middle of every even here. If here are the children, you all want to look at her and to be in the middle of it. So she could do, and now she could take out the socket of her shoulder out of the socket. And everybody would look at it. You wouldn't see it, you just would hear it. You would hear knack, 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 and everybody looking, and then Anna was very happy. Please don't try. And then she would also sit in the break between the classes. She would sit like this. She would write, and she would write, and everybody would ask, what are you writing? And she would say, that's none of your business. And then Anna was again very happy. She was a real regular girl. You know, today sometimes they make a saint, a holy person out of her, and that's very far away. She was a real normal child.
Have you ever read Anne's diary, and how do you feel about it if you have?
Mr. Frank sent me the first edition, and so I read it already very early. I think it was 1947. What I felt, I told you I don't like to speak about feelings, but I was wondering. I didn't know her, that she would write so good, and I didn't know that she was thinking so deeply, and I was I liked it very much.
What risks did you take when you gave the aid kit to Anne?
And there was this watchtower, some watchtowers, at top of the barbed wire, and the German was sitting there with a rifle, and it was not allowed to go near this fence. So you understand, it was quite dangerous. So when I heard by accident that my friend Anne is at this side of the fence, I didn't think about danger. I thought I have to go there because I hoped Anne was in Switzerland. And here I hear she is here. So I just went there and I started to call, not loud, because then the German would hear me. Very calmly, but they should hear me. And so I went there for 3 times, but it was quite dangerous.
What was the last conversation you had with Anne before she died in the camp?
I don't know if I told this before. We met 3 times. And so what was exactly the last words, I don't know. At the beginning I said, what are you doing here? I was sure she is in Switzerland. And then she explained to me that they wanted this rumor to going around that they fled to Switzerland because then the family hopes the Germans will not look after them. But you know, the Germans, they looked always after all the Jews, not after one family they maybe didn't find one day. And then we spoke about our families. I told her that my mother died, and she knew about the baby. But Miep, the lady that saved them, she didn't tell her about my mother. She didn't want to tell her. And then I told her that my father is very, very sick. He died 1 week later. And my little sister is okay. I told her this, and she was very pleased, but she answers me, but I have nobody anymore. And you know, this was not right, but this is what Anne thought. Her sister was lying next to her in the bed and was very sick. She knew she will go and die soon. Her mother was not sent with her, so Anne was again sure that maybe the Germans killed her. Later on came out they didn't kill her. They just, you know, they let the people die. It was at the end, they didn't have any more gas chambers, and she died out of hopelessness, and she didn't know where are her girls. She didn't know the war will soon be over. And then she got a little infection, and then was very near to die. But her father was alive, and this Anne didn't know, and I am so sorry she didn't know. But maybe she would have had more strength if she would have known he is alive.
How did you survive?
We were not sent to Auschwitz like the other people. We were sent to a camp with the name of Bergen-Belsen, but it was then named a exchange camp. There were really some things better than all the other camps. In Auschwitz, people got a number. We didn't get a number. People got shaved. We didn't get shaved. But what was much more important, we could, everything I bought from home is in the little rucksack. All the clothes I bought, they were with us. Nobody would take it away from us. In Auschwitz, they took all the clothes from the people, and they got this pyjama, you know, with the stripes. And then what was most important, they didn't divide our families. My father was in another barrack, but it was in the same camp. There was a barbed wire in between, but afterwards they would open the gate and the men could come and visit the women. And so even when my father later on died, I know where he died, when he died, and what he died from. And that's even in this circumstance is something you have to be very thankful for. And, you know, so we were just lucky we didn't die because of the little better conditions. Another question, please?
Hi, what kept you alive?
What kept me alive? Look, I had this little sister. My sister is 12 years younger than I am, and I had to take care of her. If I wouldn't have taken care of her, if I wouldn't have looked that she has her food and everything, she couldn't have stayed alive. And this gave me a very big taste.
Do you believe that by talking to people you can help prevent anything like that from happening again?
I tell you the truth, I hope so, because it's for me not so easy to tell this story again and again. And if I wouldn't hope that I could maybe not change, but a little bit help, and let people think about what happened, you know, and then I wouldn't do it.
We hope this program expressed the significance of Anne Frank's life so that you can look at your neighbor, your classmate, your parents, and friends with the compassion, dignity, and respect that every individual deserves. That you remember that he or she has thoughts, feelings, and dreams just like you. On April 5th, 1944, Anne recorded her dream in her diary. I want to be useful or bring enjoyment to all people, even those I've never met. I want to go on living even after my death.
She was just spirited. She was trying to be an average teen.
I wouldn't be as strong as she could, like she was.
She was almost the same as anybody that I'd be friends with. She's just another one of us.
I would describe it as one of the most horrible things in mankind's history.
Anne Frank, The Legacy, The Promise, is part of a major initiative focusing on Anne Frank's life. An exhibit called Anne Frank in the World, 1929 to 1945, is at the Cleveland Playhouse now through May 23rd. Admission is free. The play, The Diary of Anne Frank, is also playing at the Cleveland Playhouse through May 17th. For further information about these and other activities, please call the National Conference at 752-3000. A discussion guide relating to this broadcast is available for teachers and parents. To obtain a copy, please call WVIZ at 398-2800. Anne Frank, The Legacy, The Promise, is sponsored by the Grease Family Foundation, with additional support from contributors to the Anne Frank, The Legacy, The Promise project.
Who would have ever thought that a young girl could make such a powerful impact on our world? Who would have ever thought her words would move millions of people to cry? Who would have ever thought her short life would live on in all of us? Who would have ever thought? Anne Frank, The Legacy, The Promise, in Cleveland, April and May.